So I'm curious, what is your definition of a high achiever? Think about it. What sets a high achiever apart from a not so high achiever? Achiever lesser. Not so achiever. Low achiever? Anyways, whatever your definition of a high achiever is, we both know it starts in your mind. So in this video, I want to give you my top 7 strategies that really set apart a high achiever from anybody else. Now, if there are other habits that you think should be included in this video, make sure you put it down in the comments below so that way we can create a curated list of a definition of a high achiever. And with that being said, if you like other videos like this that help you become a high achiever and help you get shit done, then make sure you click that red button somewhere around here to subscribe to this channel and get more awesome videos just like this one. And now, on with the video. Now, I think the defining quality of a high achiever is that a high achiever innately believes in their heart, in their soul, in their spirit, that success is their duty and their responsibility. It's not something they do because they want money, they want nice cars, boats, houses, things like that, and those are all nice, don't get me wrong. But high achievers are high achievers because they believe it's their responsibility to be great. It's their responsibility to see how far can they push the boundaries of life, how much potential can they get out of themselves, and how far can they push their life, how much impact can they make in the world. And I believe if you ask any high achiever that's going to be the defining thing that makes them different from everyone else. So in order to become a high achiever, if you don't think you're a high achiever yet, you need to start training your brain to believe that your success and your greatness is not up for sale, that you have to be successful, you have to be great, and whatever that definition of success and great is for you. And not only do you have to, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to reach the fullness of your potential. Now, the second thing that really defines a high achiever is that they look at every single obstacle and trial as an opportunity rather than a roadblock or a stumbling block. And I know it can be super easy in those times where we're in that struggle or we're in that trial to go, oh, woe is me, why is this happening to me? But a high achiever doesn't think that way. They go, this is happening for me, not to me, and how can I use this as an opportunity to build reserves? How can I use this as a way to make me stronger, to make me better? What can I learn from this time? What can I learn from this trial? And many successful people that you look up to are only able to be coaches and mentors to other people because they've been through a lot of the same trials and struggles that you've been through. Many of the entrepreneurs or business people that you look up to have been through a lot of the same struggles. They've been broke, they've been through the grind, they've done all these things. And now because they've gone through and they've learned from it and gathered wisdom from it, they're able to help others. And so the only way you're able to do that is to be able to look at an opportunity and to gather as much information from those opportunities, from those trials, from those pitfalls as much as possible. And I know that sounds like personal development talk, but there's reality to it. That the more struggles and trials you go through, the more opportunities you have to learn and grow from. And the more mistakes you make along the way, just doing and taking action on things, the more you can learn from those. Number 3 is high achievers enjoy the journey. And what I mean by this is we so often, if we're reaching for a goal, we'll say we'll be happy when, or we'll achieve joy when, and this will all be great when we hit a goal, or when we reach a certain level of income, or when we finally get to that one job promotion that we get. And high achievers don't think that way. Back to even the first point that we made, high achievers are concerned about their potential. Are they giving it their all? Are they being able to be the fullness of their potential that they know they have within them? So for a high achiever, it's not about reaching a certain goal, although they do have goals that they want to reach for. They're not going to be unhappy until they reach that goal. They're going to constantly strive, because guess what happens as soon as they reach that goal? They're going to go on to the next one. They want to see how much farther they can push it. And high achievers have this tendency, once they hit a goal, if they hit it too fast, oh, well, I set the bar too low, I got to stretch it further next time, right? And this is a healthy habit of setting goals for yourself that continually push yourself forward, but it doesn't create tension along the way. It doesn't create tension of being inadequate or not being able to achieve that goal or to feel unhappy until it's a stretch, it's a game, it's the game of life, right? That we're trying to play to see how far can we push ourselves, how great can we possibly be, and how much success can we possibly attain. Number 4, high achievers are constant and never-ending improvers. And what I mean by that is they're never set with where they are. There's always something new they can learn. There's always a new way they can grow. There's always a new way to push the boundaries of their potential and to get better and better and better. They never feel like they've made it. And that's one of the things I love about high achievers and surrounding myself with high achievers is they are people who are amazing at trying to figure out how can they bring out the best in themselves and how can they bring out the best in others. And being around high achievers like this is a great thing to do for your life, because when you see other people who are constantly trying to improve themselves, it pushes you to be better as well. And they just have this innate desire inside them that knows they can always be better, they can always do better, they can always serve better, they can always make a bigger impact and do better, not only for themselves, but for other people as well. Number 5, high achievers value persistence. Persistence is currency. And one of the reasons high achievers love and value persistence is because we know along the journey there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be those stumbling blocks along the way, right? And these are opportunities, right? These aren't roadblocks, these are opportunities to learn and grow. But during these times, obviously it's hard. It can be a struggle. It can be hard on your finances. It can be hard on your family, your relationships, your mindset. There's so many difficulties along the way. But the beauty of this is in persevering and continuing on, right? And high achievers love the story. They love the redemption. They love the struggle, and they love hearing those stories of struggle, grind, and breakthrough, and resilience and persistence, because we know that there's value in that, right? There's value in the journey. There's value in being persistent and persevering through those struggles and learning from those struggles and trials and being able to get that breakthrough and hitting the point that you want to hit and achieving the fullness of your potential that you know you can hit, and to be able to look back and say that you persevered through all those roadblocks and to help others do the same. Number 6 is one of my favorites here, and this is high achievers focus on what they can control, not what they can't control. And this is a problem for a lot of people, including myself. I've struggled with this for years, especially during college and my early years trying to start my business. You just have so many things that are going on in life, right? And we just focus on all these things that are completely outside of our control. Oh my gosh, look at the weather. Oh my God, traffic. Oh my God, this. Oh, this person said that. This person didn't like this. And we're constantly focusing on these external circumstances that we have no control over. And the value of being a high achiever, and the thing that really sets a high achiever apart, is that they know that wastes time. Focusing on what you cannot control is a waste of time, because you're spending so much energy and valuable resources that you contain to try to focus on something that you can do nothing about. And you try to problem solve and you do all these different things for something that you have ultimately no control over. And high achievers understand that they need to put their energy, their focus, and their currency on what matters most. What can they work on right now? What problems can they solve? And they focus on the solutions rather than focusing on the problems. And their energy is well spent in those directions because they know that is the only thing that's going to move them forward, is focusing on the solutions rather than the problems. Yes, those problems are there and they may not go away, and these are things that are unavoidable, but they don't focus on what they can't control. They just focus on what's here in front of me, what are my possible outlets, what are my possible avenues, what are the solutions I need to work on, and what do I need to do to get from here to their goal. And lastly is high achievers are focused on how good they can be, and they're not focused on bringing other people down with them. And that's one of my favorite qualities of a high achiever, is that high achievers focus on bringing others with them. They raise the standard for themselves and hope that other people come with them. They don't worry about what other people are doing. They don't worry about being better, stepping over somebody's bar and pushing someone down so that they can get to the top. That's an ego thing. That's a pride thing. And high achievers don't focus on that. High achievers are focused on bringing themselves and fulfilling their own potential up to where they know it can be. And if other people are there, great. But they're not focused on them. They're focused on themselves and being how great they can be. Because you never know, if you're trying to push towards somebody else's bar and trying to push somebody else down, you may be actually setting a lower standard for yourself than what you could set for yourself if you didn't focus on them before. And so high achievers don't focus on what other people are doing. They focus on setting their own bar, setting their own goals, and trying to reach their own potential. And if anything, they're looking for people that are higher than they are and try to work collectively to bring each other up together. And that's one of the biggest assets of a high achiever, especially when it comes to a team, is they focus on bringing the group up, not putting everybody else down so that they can rise up. Hey there, high achiever. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it inspired you and got you ready to take action. And hopefully it gave you some additional insight into how you can be better yourself and reach the fullness of your potential. And if you thought this was valuable, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you click that red button somewhere to subscribe if you want to get more videos like this that'll help you be a better high achiever and help you get more shit done.